Welcome to English Story Learning Hub, the place where every story teaches you life lessons and helps you improve your English. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment below what you think about this story. Now, get ready for a chilling mystery that will keep you on the edge of your seat. This is the story of The Caller from Tomorrow. You don't forget a phone call that comes from your own number, especially when the voice on the other end whispers, trembling, Don't leave the house tonight, no matter what happens." At first, Daniel Hale didn't believe it. He thought it was a prank, a glitch, some scammer using spoofing software to display his own number. But what he couldn't ignore, what froze the blood in his veins, was the voice. Because the voice wasn't like his. It was his. Older, breathless, terrified. And when the call ended, Daniel found himself staring at his phone screen, watching the caller ID fade away. Incoming call from Daniel Hale, +145 dash 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 4 dash dash dash, but with the last digits replaced with hashtag hashtag hashtag. Then the line went dead. He didn't move for a long time, didn't blink, didn't breathe normally. The silence of his apartment felt heavier than usual, thick, as if the air itself was listening. Outside, the city hummed with its usual mix of traffic, radios, and footsteps, but inside, it felt like the world held its breath. Daniel finally swallowed the ball of fear lodged in his throat and whispered to himself, "What the hell was that?" And that was the moment the night changed. Because tonight, at midnight, someone would knock on his door, and they would call his name, and nothing in Daniel's life would ever be the same again. It was 11:07 p.m. when the call came. Daniel had been sitting on his couch, working on a freelance editing job he'd been putting off for a week. His laptop screen glowed, showing sentences he was supposed to fix, but his eyes were glazing over them. Then, ring, ring, ring. His phone lit up. His stomach tightened. His own name flashed across the screen. He frowned. That's weird. He lifted the phone slowly. The number displayed was familiar. Too familiar. It was his exact number, except the final 3 digits were replaced with hashtag hashtag hashtag. Still ringing. Daniel hesitated, thumb hovering over the screen. A cold ripple moved across his back. He answered, "Hello?" Silence. "Who is this?" Then a voice, shaking, hushed, urgent. "Daniel, listen to me. You need to listen carefully." He froze. It was his voice. Older, rougher, like someone who had cried too much or run too long. Daniel's heart pounded. What kind of prank? "Stop. Don't leave the house tonight. Do you understand me? Don't step outside. Don't open the door, no matter what happens." "What are you talking about?" But the voice continued, desperate. "Please, Daniel. If you open that door, everything changes. Everything. You still have time. Just lock the doors and stay away from the windows." "What do you mean, survive? Who are you? Why?" The voice on the line answered with something that made Daniel's breath hitch. "You still have a chance to survive." Daniel's pulse thudded in his ears. What is happening? Before Daniel could react, before he could argue or scream, The call cut off. Just like that. Silence swallowed the room. Daniel stood there, shaking. Phone still pressed to his ear. He didn't move, didn't blink, didn't breathe normally. His mind raced through 100 explanations. Deep fake voice? AI prank? Phone spoofing? Mental breakdown? Bad dream? But none of those could explain the one thing that truly shook him. The voice had known things. Small things. Intimate things. Things only Daniel himself could know. And then, just as if the universe wanted to confirm the fear crawling through him, a notification blinked on his phone. Missed call from disconnected number. Call origin unavailable. Line status disconnected since 2022. He didn't like that. Not at all. Daniel paced. He checked the locks. He turned on every light in his apartment. He closed the blinds. His mind repeated the same line. Don't leave the house tonight. Don't open the door, no matter what happens. Daniel wasn't the kind of person to believe in supernatural nonsense. He didn't believe in ghosts or future versions of people calling through time. He believed in logic. But logic couldn't explain why he was trembling, why his chest tightened every time he looked at the door, why the silence in his apartment felt like a predator waiting. 11:41 p.m. Daniel sat on the couch, phone in hand, staring at the door across the room. Just a prank, he muttered to himself, but his voice wasn't convincing. Then, thump. Daniel's head jerked up. Another. Thump. Soft. Against the hallway outside his door. He held his breath. Then, a slow, dragging sound, like someone taking a step with a heavy foot, and then another. Daniel swallowed hard. He stood up quietly, tiptoed to the peephole, pressed his eye against the cold metal. The hallway was empty. Just the dim yellow lights, just the long carpeted corridor. He exhaled shakily. Then, from very far down the hallway, a whisper. Daniel. Daniel's entire body seized. He stepped back from the door as if it had become hot. What the hell? Another whisper, closer this time. Daniel. Daniel stumbled back until he hit the wall behind him. His breathing grew fast, too fast. His phone vibrated in his hand. A new message. He looked down. Unknown number. Don't go near the door. Daniel almost dropped the phone. The message came from the same number, the disconnected number, his own number. What is happening? He whispered to himself. Midnight approached. Daniel could barely think. He was frozen on the couch. Every tick of the clock sounded like a gunshot. Then, knock, knock, knock. 3 loud knocks on his apartment door. Daniel's heart jumped. His breath caught in his throat. The voice from the call replayed in his head. Don't open the door. But another sound, faint but unmistakable, reached his ears. Daniel. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't a neighbor. It was him. His own voice calling from the other side of the door. Daniel staggered back. His hand shook as he reached for the doorknob. No, don't do it, he thought. But curiosity, fear, and disbelief battled in his chest. His mind screamed at him to hide, to call the police, to run. But his legs moved anyway. He edged closer. He glanced at the peephole again. Nothing. Just the hallway. Then he heard it again, his voice, right behind the door. Suddenly, the doorknob rattled. Daniel froze. This can't be real. He remembered the warning. You still have a chance to survive. And then the last shred of reason left him. He grabbed his phone and dialed the number one last time. Click. The line connected, and then his own voice spoke. Daniel, open it and you're gone. Don't. Before the warning could finish, the door swung open. By itself. Daniel fell backward. The hallway was empty. He looked down. His phone light cracked on the floor. And then he saw it. A mirror image of himself.